Hi, and welcome to a brief introduction to Lexis. What Lexis is, it's a searchable database of all sorts of legal materials, cases, statutes, regulations, articles, treatises, most everything that you would want. It offers a wide variety of searching, including natural language, where you basically just type in what it is that you want, as well as terms and connector searching, that offers a lot more efficiency and effectiveness in doing a search. It also has something called Shepherds, which allows you to update cases and find more. It lets you find out if the case that you are using is still good law, and it also lets you use that case to find others. To access Lexis, go to the library's databases A to Z page. On that page, look for quick links on the right. Once you've gotten into Lexis, use the username and password that you set up at the start of your 1L year, and there you go. At this point, you're going to come up with this first screen that says, what would you like to research today? And it looks like you can just type in anything. At this point, though, be a little bit careful, because if you do type in, let's say, a search here, a couple of terms, for example, what you'll come up with is a whole lot of stuff, and it could be a little bit discouraging. You haven't really specified what kind of content that you want, so it would come up with, say, several hundred cases along with secondary sources, law reviews, treatises, trial documents, all sorts of things. What you want to do instead is at this page, start to specify what kind of content you want. If you look underneath that, you have content listed as well as jurisdictions. And under content, you can specify, I only want cases, or I only want statutes. You can do the same if you go to federal or if you go to state and then click on a particular state. You can specify there, I only want cases, I only want statutes, I only want law reviews. Whatever you do, see if you can be more specific than just searching all content. It's going to help you find the best results. It's also going to change the advanced search features that you would get. If you click on cases, for example, you'll come up with this, and this is where you can start to narrow things down. Cases, you can click on all federal, all states, all court orders. You can then specify exactly what it is that you want under those. Do you want all Supreme Court cases? Do you want only Court of Appeals cases? Do you only want Florida cases? If you click on a state, for example, you've got Florida right here, and it has more specificity as far as what kind of cases you want. Maybe you only want Florida Court of Appeals cases from 1957 on. The interesting part here is that the search bar changes along with the content. So for example, if you pick Florida cases, right away you can see over on the right hand side, it's only searching Florida cases. You have the search bar there where it tells you you can type in whatever you want, but over on the right it says Florida cases. That's what it's going to search at this point. And that's how Lexis works throughout. The more specific you can get as far as what you want to search, the more specific your searching can be. Also up at the top you have advanced search, and this changes as well with what kind of content you want. If you specify that you just want cases, it will look for cases with advanced search features like searching for judges or searching for named parties of the case. It also gives you a list of the terms and connectors that you can search with, so that's very helpful. If you got into cases, if you get into any particular content, at that point you can start typing in what it is that you want. I typed in intentional infliction of emotional distress. I wanted to see Florida court cases on this, and I typed it in quotation marks because just as a little hint, with almost every search engine, if you put in quotation marks around some terms, it will look for that exact phrase. And here I know that this is the exact phrase that I want. And here's what I got. With intentional infliction of emotional distress, I came up with 592 results in cases alone. That's a lot of cases, and that shows you why you do want to specify what kind of content you want. It would be thousands of things if I'd not specified only cases. But a few other things to notice here. One of them is that there's a sort box over at the top right, and that lets you sort how you want the cases arranged. Here, I want the most recent cases, so I can change this. Where it says sort by relevance, which is what it automatically defaults to, that's how many times your terms come up in that case usually. And you're kind of depending on the computer to tell you what it considers the most relevant. I usually change it to the most recent cases, and you can do that. You can set it by date. You can set it by an alphabetical listing of your cases. You can play with this sort by feature to show how you want the cases to come up, in what order. You also have over to the left a search within results that you can do. So for example, if you wanted only cases from Pinellas County, you could type in Pinellas here and it's going to narrow down these 592 results. But better yet, you have other things that you can search by or sort by. You can say what kind of court you want, or you can say what kind of case you want. Do you want a criminal case that deals with this? There's also a timeline, so you can say that you only want cases after, let's say, 2010, but that lets you filter down the results that you get. When you look at the case, right in the middle where it gives you Deauville Hotel Management, you'll see that you get an overview of the case so that you know what the case is about and you can decide whether this is one that you want to read. This is a really quick overview of Lexis. If you have any questions or you'd like more instruction on how to use it, please come by and ask us. You can contact the reference librarians by email at lawrefgp@law.stetson.edu. You can call us at 562-7821. You can come by the reference desk or come by our offices. We love to talk to you. We're glad to help, and we live for law, so please come by and see us. Thank you.